What's up, Soul Squad? Welcome to my channel, guys. Today I am doing a pre-Thanksgiving. I'm showing you guys how to make homemade cranberry. The best tasting party. I can say party wing. The best tasting turkey wings or drumsticks you ever had, seasoned to perfection. What else? Also, sweet potatoes. Using Grandma Jackie sweet potato pie mix. Using SoulfulT flour to make some gravy, to make your mac and cheese. Guys, this is a long video, but I hope you guys enjoy it. Sit back and relax and get ready for the holidays. Okay, guys, guess what? Let's go. What's up, Soul Squad? We doing step by step on stuff today, right? So my first thing to show y'all my collard greens. Cut this off. Since we're doing step by step, and this is a pre-Thanksgiving, I only got one small bag of collard greens. My sink has been washed and cleaned and everything. And when you do collard greens and you're going to cut them, what you want to do and what you're looking for and what you're trying to pull out is a lot of stems. Some collard greens, and these are stems with nothing on them. I take those out. These ones are pre-cut. I make life easy. Make life easy to cook. Now, if you want to get the collard greens that's in the bundles and everything, good for you. You get those. But if you want an easier life, cut down in what you're doing in cooking, I prefer to get the ones that's already cut. That way, I just can pick out. Let me slow down. That way, I could just take out all of the stems and rinse them off and then go to work. All that old school, they made it easy for us. Now they have shredded. I think you guys seen me with that before. I had some shredded collard greens, and that was new for me, and I really like those too. They didn't have any, so let's rinse these collard greens down. I use like a lukewarm water, and what I do, I have smoked. Some people don't use meat, and I use meat. I have right here some smoked neck bones, turkey neck bones. Sometimes I use a drumstick. They don't have it. I would say use anything that's smoked because it's going to bring flavor to your greens. Even if you're not good with seasoning your greens, this seasoning from this is going to help you out so good. And what I do is that I'm saving some of this for my real Thanksgiving because this is 1 pack of greens, so I'm only going to use like this real big giant one. I'm throwing it right here on top of this green. I'm using these two right here, and I got one big one left that I'm going to put in the plastic. Y'all, I'm telling you, what's some things called? Ziploc bags is going to be your lifesaver. And I'm just rinsing these off. It's not too much clean to do to these. I'm making water that's a little bit more colder. I like cleaning my stuff in a little bit cold water. But these days, so cold outside, the pipes be frozen. The cold water be real cold. This is like cold. So I just rinse these off. That's all. There's really no cleaning. And I always put these in the bottom of my pan. I put these in the bottom. Whatever I'm cooking, my smoked turkey legs or smoked turkey, anything. If you use ham hocks or you are still using ham hocks, there's nothing wrong with that. That's for you and your family your way, my family my way. So some people pre-ball their meat. I'll pre-ball my meat because it's going to cook along with the greens. Like I said, these greens are pretty much already cut. I'm just rinsing them, pulling them apart, make sure there's nothing on them. This was a small bag. I only had one stem. It looked like all the greens have something like this. Look, there's another stem. That was another going to the side. It looked like I don't have that many stems in here. Like this. Yeah, I pull that all. I don't need that. And so that's what I'm searching for while I'm letting the greens rinse. I'm searching for stems. I don't want to be cooking a whole bunch of stems. Maybe somebody out there cook them. I don't. I'm pulling them off. The ones that just got a little bit on, I just pull them off. Like, they don't have much on there. I just taking my green, honey. I paid for that green and pulled it off. And like, okay, here's another one. And that's the weight. Because, you know, these things, if you was doing it sold by weight, that's the weight, too. That brings to these, that brings to the bag. Because these greens are pre-washed, pre-cut. But, you know, still rinse them. Go through there just to make sure. You know, find all them big stems. I don't want too many stems. I want all my greens. Now, what people do for flavor is that a lot of people have started using what's this called? Chicken broth and stock in their greens. You know, we grew up with water. We grew up using water. Oh, that's a big one. We grew up using just some water in your greens, and you season your greens. And that's what I'm going to do today. I'm not going to take no chicken stock or nothing to do any flavor. I'm going to show you that just using plain ordinary water, season your greens and your seasonings and your meat is going to bring all the life that you need to these greens. So, you got the greens down packed. You see what I'm doing. Take out all the stems out your bag. If you find some that got a little bit of green around it, hey, grab your green and throw away that stem. And we come back, we're gonna season. Act like I can't even talk. I'm not finding a whole lot of empty stems, but what I am finding a lot of stems with just a teeny piece of green on it that I'm just taking that green off of there. And I got my pot over here that my green's cooking in. That's why I'm tossing them to the side. Because again, I want more green than I want stems. Alright. My sister got to bring my orange juice. They didn't bring my orange juice. Y'all, these stores don't have nothing. Get your shopping in. And I'm seeing that. And I did a little pre-Thanksgiving shopping. And didn't get my roll of sausage. Because I'm making the sausage apple stuffing. And also, I don't know, either they didn't have or they forgot my orange juice. So it's here going to bring me the orange juice. So I'm making cranberries, homemade cranberry sauce. I'm not the gelatin, I'm making the sauce. You know, let them little cranberries bust with that sugar and orange juice on the stove and cook down. And put it in the refrigerator to get cold. Okay. See, I don't have much in greens. I wasn't spending a lot of money. I did one bag. It's one plate per person. There's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And sometimes you can still, you know, some of the greens are too big in the bag. You can still just cut them. You know, you don't got to cut them. I use my hands. I still just tear them. Just tear them like that. Just tear them. So you can just tear them. Make sure I ain't got no big old stems. I feel some stems. See, I don't want all those stems. And that's what I'm doing, y'all. So when we come back, we're going to be doing the seasoning. Okay, guys. Here go the greens. Now, I haven't put my water in yet. So, let me get what I'm getting. I am using complete seasoning. And I'm only doing the top. Because what's going to happen as they cook, I can't tell you how much. You know, I'm just seasoning. I got some chicken. Some of this right here. Chicken seasoning. And as we cook, I also use pure butter. Ooh, now not that much. Oh, you come back here. Be careful. All right, that's still good. I still ain't get that much in there. And turn on my cold water. And now this all the season that I'm using on my greens for now. And I'm going to let them cook. Put the top on them and let them cook. I come back about maybe an hour later. Then I'm going to stir the seasoning up in it. Because remember, it gets seasoned from the top. And then that smoke season from the bottom. Now, whatever season you choose to use on your greens, you know, people have traditions what they use on their greens that make their greens taste good. I also put vinegar, pure butter. Yeah, I was told I make some good greens. I see people put onions and red pepper flakes and all that stuff for a little bit of heat. I'm not into none of that. Okay, so this is going to cook. I have put onions in my greens before, but my kids, they eat it, but they like, Mom, why onions? Trying something new. Stick to what you know. Don't experiment it. Thanksgiving. It's not the time to experiment, people. On the back stove she go. Oh. So my seasoning's right there. And she's right there. This is for I'm using a medium heat. I gotta find the top. I'll find her top, put her top on her, and that's it. And this right here, I am going to do. Put some water in that big pan. This is the pan I'll be using for Thanksgiving for my greens, because I probably had about 4 bags of collard greens for Thanksgiving because I'm having guests. Doing some bake. Gotta get the I want potato salad. I wasn't gonna do potato salad because I did a potato salad video. So I'm gonna do about maybe 4 little potatoes. So you guys know how I step by step my potato salad, because I just did a potato salad video on Sunday. Alright. Smashed potatoes. Oh shoot. I forgot I gotta peel them first. So what I'm gonna do, I gotta peel my potatoes for my mashed potatoes. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and stick these 4 potatoes on. I don't know what I was thinking. Stick these 4 potatoes on and put about 6 eggs in here and let this ball, the potatoes and the eggs. Let me get them 6 eggs. The eggs gonna cook before the potatoes. I got 4 large potatoes and 6 eggs going on the stove for potato salad. I'm gonna move this to the back. Always put your big pots on the back of the stove. All right, that's cooking. All right, next thing, I am going to cut up my turkey wings because they gave me whole turkey wings and I wanted portions. Gotta see how this is gonna go. Are you guys ready? I haven't washed or cleaned these yet because I'm just gonna cut them and get in a pan and wash and clean them. I like turkey wing portions, but when they don't have them, this is what they substitute me with. So I have to look at the hair on this baby. I have to cut this and got this big old knife. My son just said, please be aware. So I'm going to cut right at that bone. And if I can't cut it, which it look like I can't because you got to have a real good knife, I am going to, let me see if I can crack it first. So you got to know how to hold stuff. Because this knife, I know this knife will get it done. I'm through that bone, boo. And there go my, and there she is. One turkey leg, well, one turkey leg, one turkey wing. And I'm going to go from step to step, to step to step to step. So remember, if you got to cut them, be careful. And you can cook them whole. And they probably just fall apart. But I don't want to do them like that. So I'm going to start right where I started at that vantage point. Right there again. Let's sit this to the side. So I got one more to do. Then and I got my fingers really far away, guys. And this knife cut through the bone really well. I just heard it break. Did y'all hear that snap? I should use my scissors. Let me get my scissors. My kitchen shears. Cut that meat. That way I can just use them. Instead of trying to use that knife. There we go. Cut that meat just like that. Man. The leg, the wing. Just stack them up, boo. Just stack them up. And this was $7.99. Ooh, they be big, don't they? These things be huge. Look at this. This is bigger than the other one. Lord, can I say Stone Age? What size was that turkey? All these feathers and stuff. I gotta clean up over here and everything. I'm gonna take y'all to the I'm gonna take y'all over to the sink. Over to the sink. The greens on, the potatoes on. If I do the turkey and ham, I am going to if I do the turkey, if I do these turkeys and put the ham and put turkey and ham in the oven, the greens is cooking, the potatoes is cooking for the I'm gonna peel my potatoes for my mashed potatoes. Comment below what's on your Thanksgiving menu. I just want to know, you know, sometimes we do the same thing every year. Sometimes we eliminate something, add something. So, yeah, that was easy. That cut right through that one. So what's going on? I hear that. Hear that break? I hear that break. So what's on your Thanksgiving menu? This is why too I don't like the but the kitchen shears. Make sure you have some kitchen shears this Thanksgiving. They're gonna help you out a lot. Even just cutting up greens or anything. See how it just got me past that meat. I got it. I already did too. I got it, babe. My son, yeah, what's thinking? This is all meat right here. This is my third one I done cut. Boom. Drumstick wing. They gonna eat good tonight. That's why I said who we feeding, Vikings? These things are huge. Man, I believe they be injected. I don't know what's going on in the world. My son said, who you feeding? I don't know. Right at that point. See, and you can actually feel the bone right here. So you know that you ain't going through that bone. You want to go through the split. Right up. You want to go through the split. I'm talking to the people. Oh, Fufu, I got this, boo. My sons don't like me using knives because they say I have no life awareness. My son said, you go, because I do. I always end up cutting myself. But I know where to go to this bone. Look, I done cut through the bone already. See that? And then I hear when the bone crack. And then I'm going to tell you what I cut with. I cut with this back part right here. I almost cut my finger. I cut through, I ran my hand across there. I cut with this back part right there. Look, that's what I say. See, look. I know somebody gonna be like, "Ooh, Miss T, you will scare me with that knife." Y'all think I got it, y'all. Cause this knife is sharp. This is a good knife. This is a sponsored knife I did about maybe 4 years ago or 3 years ago. I don't know how many of you guys actually bought it. But this is a sponsored knife. It came in an old wooden box and everything. I'm finished. There we go. Turkey wing and leg. So now I got my pile of meat. Now we just gonna do what? We're gonna take you to the sink. I'm gonna take my scissors because I saw a lot of feathers. We're gonna pull back skin. We're gonna clean it and cut off feathers. Okay, guys. These are my turkey wings. I got like warm water here. And basically, what I'm about to do is just like, you know, just rinse it. There's really not too much fat on turkey wings the way chicken legs. So I'm basically what I'm looking for, just to rinse them off and find feathers. Any feathers. You know, I don't do too much of these. Just rinse them off and look for feathers. This one is pretty good. Let me find my get a paint. Got my big aluminum pan. So again, I clean my meat in cold water. Again, it's not too much to this wing. This one's pretty good. It don't have any feathers or anything on it. So I'm just rinsing her down. And because she came out of pack with blood and stuff. Let's check out her leg. And this baby, she got a little bit slime on her. I'm gonna take some of this slime stuff off. Cut with my kitchen shears. Not that much, not that much, but I don't like that on there. Also looking for feathers. Ain't too much going on with this one either. Pretty good. Yeah, this is pretty good. This is a good rinse down. This is bone that's hanging onto some skin. I get rid of that. But other than that, this one is pretty good too. Good rinse down in some cold water. No feathers, no more of that slimy stuff. This a little bit. I found some right here. See, just like up in there. Pull some out, but okay. I typically don't do. I don't buy turkey legs. Now I don't know. I ain't too fond of this turkey. Man, he got, when you get food with little dark spots and stuff on them, I be suspecting. So I don't know. I don't know if I want to keep this turkey wing. I just don't know. It looks suspect to me. I don't know. She be having little dark spots on the meat and stuff. I don't know. And you think you ain't know them greens smell good, y'all. But there's no feathers or any of that dark spot. It's just like, Other than that, there's no feathers or nothing on here. The rest of it look pretty good. You know, no other concerns with that one. This thing here, I saw a couple of feathers when I was cutting. I know I pulled a couple of them off, but right now, pretty much don't see anything. Okay, she good. I'm gonna show you how I'm a seasoning. I kind of broke the bone right there when I was cutting it, but yeah. Ah, found a feather. Found one. I know I saw some feathers on here. I was like, y'all got together. Okay. This one pretty good too. Oh, I turned the greens in. Ah, you can turn it down, baby. But you're smelling good. Man, I'm gonna be that girl. What you doing? These things are huge. Just a leg. Ain't too much. These pretty good. I don't see no feathers. The ones I saw, I did pluck. And I think I only just captured one. All right, this got one more, guys. So come back, we're gonna be seasoning. All right, so it's while we back now. Y'all know I normally don't use gloves, but I'm gonna use some real intense seasoning. And I don't feel like getting up, washing my hands to put the when I gotta do little full and stuff. So, guys, if you don't have all these seasons I have, season what you have. I'm sure it's still gonna come out perfect. I am going to tell you guys and show you guys how I'm seasoning mine. It's because I'm using these gloves, because I'm just going to be dealing with a lot of seasoning with these turkey wings. And this is what I'm supposed to be cooking for Thanksgiving. I don't want a whole turkey. I wanted some legs, some wings, and about three or four turkey thighs. You know, but honey, them turkey thighs is hard to find. So we're gonna get all the seasonings ready. Now y'all know my mama loved this seasoning. I'm gonna use a little bit of this seasoning salt, but not a lot. Just because everything that I'm seasoning is a powder. Don't have salt. So I can't tell you how much. You know, since it don't have salt in it, you know, you could go do what you do. But this and complete has a little bit of salt. So I don't want to use too much of this. I'm going in with some poultry seasoning. I gotta make sure I got this. You make sure you got some poultry seasoning on hand for what? For your homemade stuffing. Because I gotta make sure I got enough of my stuffing because I didn't buy none. And I know I got more, but I ain't got time to be looking for that stuff. I got enough of my homemade stuffing. Hey. I'm going in with some rosemary. I like, when I bake chicken, I like putting rosemary on here, on my stuff. It really don't stick to anything, but it's going to bring flavor. And rosemary goes well with chicken and things like that. What is this? What is this? I did the poultry season. Got me some onion powder. Again, a lot of this stuff do not have a lot, don't have salt. The only thing had the salt was the seasoning salt, and the complete has a little bit. So, flavor your food, guys. Flavor your food. I got some garlic powder. It's not even open yet. I may gotta take my gloves off from this one. These things need to have like a there you go, something that you can catch it. And it's time to go to the store and get your seasonings. Because, honey, when stuff, I'm telling you, these stores are scarce. I gotta start Thanksgiving shopping myself. What we left with? Okay, my black pepper. Y'all know I love pepper. And that's just enough pepper for me because I put too much. I'm going to season that pepper and open up at the wrong end. And I'm going to use some of my chicken. This right here. This is crumbled, so it's time to buy some new. Oh yeah. When I tell you, this is going to be some flavorful chicken. This is going to be some flavorful chicken. And last but not least, my complete. Again, the complete and the seasoned salt. You want to be careful because it holds a little bit of salt. All right, let's go over what I use, because some of these things you may already have in your house. I use a little bit of Lorry seasoned salt. You don't have to. You can use regular salt. Rosemary, chicken bouillon, complete onion powder, garlic powder, poultry seasoning, and that's it. The last, we want color. So I need oh, here we go, right here. Girl, I almost grabbed the chili powder. Because I took the chili powder out, thought it was my paprika, then I found my paprika. Then you want paprika. And with that, just is going to wind it up with the color. It's going to make it look beautiful. Beautiful. It's going to give it the color that you need and want. Alright. And I'm going to show you the reason for the gloves. We seasoned, right? The reason for the gloves. That's what you guys can see. The reason for the gloves is this. I'm about to go in with my hands. I got to season. See? You want to season. Take that season you put on there and get it all to the back. And then remember, the season is also in the pan too. Let me know how long you gonna stay with this video. Somebody say, I ain't watching this long video. And this is why I use the gloves. I ain't feel like messing around. And I'm not adding no more seasonings to these things, to my wings, to my portions, to my chicken. All thing I'm gonna top it with is that I'm gonna sprinkle some more paprika on top. And remember, the season is already down in the pan. I'm gonna get some water. And when you put your water in here, don't put it on top of your meat. Stick it around on the sides. Just because you don't want to take that meat, the season off your meat, but also it's seasoned in the bottom of the pan from when they season it. And all come to gloves. And this is why I wore the gloves. I said, no, not today. Right here to the side. And let's get some water and full and do what we do. All right, y'all, I got my baby in here. Give me a cup of water. That's enough. Yeah. I got my other, I'm just using the 1 cup of water and get them full if I can tell y'all. I got my water. And I said, don't pour it on your meat. Do it on the sides. And then remember, this all, you're already gonna get juices. That's why I'm not doing a lot of water. Because this is gonna give it a lot of juice already. It holds it holds me get down in the middle right there. Ooh. It holds juice. See, look at that. Not that much. It holds I say it holds juice. It holds water. Turn the little full around. Y'all, get y'all this little full. No, hold it. You gotta hold it so I can pull it. Y'all need to get this little full from Sam's Club. I got mine from Sam's Club. This is gonna be your lifesaver. I like these too. I'm gonna go at Thanksgiving. I got my oven preheated at 375 because I'm going to put my ham in there. Coming up next, I'm going to show y'all washing my ham off and placing the ham. Thank you. Alright. Turkey wings, turkey legs, pre-Thanksgiving, Sundays in the blog. The greens got the house smelling good. Y'all tend to get the potato salad. Well, no, she's gonna cut it up. Alright, she's gonna cut up the potato salad for me and stuff. I'm gonna have her cut up my onions and celery for the stuffing. And me and her together, there it is. We're gonna do the yams, cut up the yams. And I'm gonna show you how I use my Grandma Jackie pre-approved 2 potato pie mix for these yams and make that glaze. Alright, in the oven at 375 and they're gonna cook. Alright, this is for all the ham lovers. I particularly don't like ham, but a couple of my children like ham, my brother like ham, and since I know people out there that still eat them a good old Easter ham or Thanksgiving ham, I'm going, because I'm not making one at Thanksgiving, so I'm treating them, the ones that do like it, to one tonight. This is what you call a butt portion, half ham. It's not much to do to it. You know what I'm saying? It's not much to do to it. I'm just rinsing it off. But what I am going to do, I have this little knife here. And I'm going to show you the back part. I'm going to score it. When I say score it, I want to go down like this with my knife. Not deep, but just a little. Because what I'm going to do, after it's been cooking for an hour, I'm going to show you how I do my pineapple glaze, brown sugar, pineapples, and I'm going to pour it all over there. And I want it to go down inside of here. So you guys probably can't see because I got it up like this. Is all fat. I don't cut my fat off. The fat, it gives it flavor. Some people might be like, oh, cut some of that fat off. No, it gives it flavor. So what I'm going to do, so I cut it going down this way. So now, ooh, look at it. This is a rinse of this ham. I'm going to cut it going, you know, make some lime. Y'all can't see. And see how I turn into little squares? And bring y'all closer. See how it get a little square? I'm cutting it going this way. So I cut it going down. Now I'm cutting it going across. So when it cooks, it's gonna cut open. And as it open up, the juices of the juice will most definitely go down in there. And then when I pour on my glaze solution, by it being cut the way I did it, it's gonna seep down inside the ham. And then I'm gonna continue to let it cook. A ham do not take long to cook at all. I'm gonna say, I used to cook my hams about 2 hours. A ham don't take long to cook, it really don't. It comes this little piece that pops out to tell you that it's done. I never relied on that. Okay. She's ready for the oven. I don't do nothing. You don't season the ham is salty. Oh, that's why you mix the sweetness with the salt, the glaze, and it's bring out all the flavor. All you do is clean this baby. I skewered it. Wrap it up, put it in the oven. My oven is on 375, y'all, because my turkey wings are in there. Whew. I got my sausages, for my apple dressing sausages. I'm bringing it to y'all. I'm gonna be making that too. I'm just grabbing me a pan. There she is. Wrap it up in full. It's got everything, y'all see. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put a little bit of water in it. Not a whole lot. Got my little measuring cup right here. Because this also can make water. About a cup of water. That's all she getting. Wrap her up. Let her cook for an hour. And I'm gonna make the glaze, pour the glaze on her, and let her do what? Finish cooking. Alright guys, these are my potatoes. Now, a quick hint. You can make mashed potatoes the day before Thanksgiving. What you do is that your garlic mashed potatoes, or how you rub your mashed potatoes, you make them, take your aluminum pan, spread them in the aluminum pan, let them cool down. It's going to take you, because you don't put no hot food in the refrigerator. Let it cool down for maybe 2-3 hours. How long it can take your potatoes to cool down. Take some butter, put it on top. Wrap your mashed potatoes up with aluminum foil, place them in the refrigerator. And when you get up the next morning, they can go in the oven and bake. And that butter gonna go down in them, and the mashed potatoes gonna be like you just made them. These are steps to doing things ahead of time. You know, you can do this. And someone asked me about my turkey. If I cook a whole turkey and I want to do sides, I usually put my turkey on around 4 o'clock in the morning. 2 or 4. Lately, it's been 4 a.m. I got that from my mother. My mother been doing this my whole life. Wake up to a house smell. It's so wonderful. You put that turkey on around 4 a.m. Depending on the size of your turkey, it takes, what, 3 to 4 hours for a turkey to cook? A nice juicy turkey, don't overcook it. Honey, you put it on at 4, about 9 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock, that turkey gonna be done. I'm gonna say at least about 8 o'clock, that turkey will be done. Take it out, let it rest, cook your sides. You got, what time you serving dinner? 3, 4? If you're gonna do a ham, when that turkey come out, ham take an hour and 30 minutes, 2 hours top. When a turkey go out, you shove the ham in. A ham don't take up much room. While that ham cooking, you be in there making your stuffing. Throw the stuffing in next to the ham. Girl, y'all, come on, y'all. We gotta get it together. I love this, whoever put it in. So my potatoes, yes, y'all. Those are just some tips to help you along in the kitchen. You know, you can make your potato at night, get up at 4 a.m., put that turkey on. I know we all don't want to get up that early, but set that alarm clock. If you got guests coming, if you cooking more than one multiple meats, I will say that. Because this year, I'm cooking beef ribs, pork ribs, meatballs, turkey, and fried chicken. Already got my schedule for my meats. A lot of meats you can cook the day before and it won't be dried out. They won't dry out at all. You just said you don't overcook anything. You know what I'm saying? Undercook stuff at least by 20 to 40 minutes. So when you go warm up on that low temperature, it'll continue to cook and warm up at the same time. Don't overcook your food. And I'm telling you, your Thanksgiving will be smooth sailing. It will be smooth sailing. You won't feel overwhelmed. Start cooking those pies on Tuesdays. You know, that's why they got frozen pies in the store. Some people even cook their pies a week before. Cook them pies, cool them down, freeze them. Y'all, come on now. Y'all know what y'all mama and grandma told y'all. Like, y'all saying, ooh, it's a little bit of potato. I'm doing a little bit of everything. Everybody is a one plate wonder over here tonight on this SoulfulT Vlogs. That's not SoulfulT Vlogs, is it? I got too many channels. And I know you guys looking for some more videos. You know, I got videos coming on that channel next week. Go check. You didn't know, Soul Squad, or anybody who's watching this, just on a random, I have another channel called SoulfulT Vlogs, where I vlog my adventures going out. I don't have many adventures because I don't do nothing. My sister said, you crazy. So what we gonna do, I gave you guys those tips. Let me know. You know, this below, if you're cooking Thanksgiving or you going over someone's house, are you opening your home back up this year? Do you feel safe to let friends and family come over? If not a lot, just a small amount, you know. Let me know, comment below what you're doing, what you're cooking, how you getting ready. Yeah, I'm gonna peel these potatoes. When you come back, you're gonna cut them and put them on the stove. I can show y'all how I make my garlic mashed potato. My sister wanted to know, so she here today. So I'm gonna show her too. We'll be back when we ready to back. Gang, Soul Squad, I am back. Potatoes peeled. Got my good old board here. I can't think of the board right there. Chopper board. Got my potatoes, a little bit cold water, rinsed off, and let's chop. I'm making some homemade garlic mashed potatoes. I don't have the best knives. Let's see why my kids be worried about me. Mom, what's you do with that knife? And this, I cut them in big cubes, y'all. Look, big cubes like this. I'll cut this one again. That one's huge. I don't know how to speed up the camera. I told you I do it on my iPhone. There we go. Tea in here. Her potatoes boiling. And then I boiled my potatoes in cold water. I start out in cold water with a tablespoon of minced garlic. That's what I do. Ooh. That one gone. You guys can't see me. So I need to cut more of this in, huh? Sorry. Let me cut this in. Alright. Not paying attention to the camera angle. The bigger potatoes are harder to cut. Cut them in fours. Just like that. Yeah, I gotta do this again. But the next time I do it, I'm having, okay. It's how many people live in this house. The next time I cook Thanksgiving, I got 6, I make 7, 8, 9. I got 9 people that live here. My granddaughter come over, that makes 10. I cook for 10 people. My brother, my 2 brothers, I got a brother y'all don't know about. My mama had 7 kids. His twin passed away. Got killed in 2000. Y'all don't remember the year. So I got my 2 brothers. Antoine gonna be doing Thanksgiving with his family. So I got my other 2 brothers. That's 12. T and her son, 12, 13, 14. I invited my cousin and his 6. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I'm cooking for 20 people on Thanksgiving. So this will be a double batch of this. And I am encouraging everyone that comes to my home, because I don't have refrigerated room, that they have to bring containers, because I am encouraging plates to go, because I am making large amount of food. And I am encouraging everyone to take plates of food home. I don't want anything left. I'm even going to tell my kids for them to make them, an extra plate of food on the side. Because my refrigerator always got so much stuff in it, so much food in it, that I don't have room. So I'm not expecting to have any savings, any type of leftovers. I don't want leftovers, because I don't want to struggle with the hassle of putting it up. So I'm even telling my family, y'all eat one plate. Make sure y'all make you a plate for the next day, because I am allowing people to take plates home. I allow people to take plates home. I want plates to go out the door. Want them down. And then if Juliet, and I think Juliet, she's 4 of them. So I might end up having 24 guests for dinner. So I'm thinking probably Juliet and her fiance's son and stepdaughter might come. So I might end up having 24, but I'm cooking like I'm having 30. I'm cooking like I'm having 30. I hate skin. Yeah. So like when I do these mashed potatoes, like this, for the bacon, it will be filled all the way up here. I would have the mashed potatoes filled to the top, right to the rim. When I do them. Tonight, it's not going to be a full casserole type dish, mashed potatoes. Do-do-do. Yeah. So guys, I'm gonna finish chopping up these potatoes. When I come back, we're gonna be putting them what? On the stove. Alright guys. I got my potatoes all cut up. In the pan they go for a good cold rinse pan. Cold water. So I use cold water. Rinse them off. I don't want my hand all getting out way. Let the water fill up on them. Rinse them. I'm just showing y'all how I make I'm making some homemade rolls. I know I'm supposed to be doing a cake, but I'm just gonna go ahead and save the cake video, that kind of the cake video for one day next week. So you guys go look up the cake desserts on their own. So the pineapple cake video is coming. I thought I'd be doing this video, but I'm not going to be able to. But it is coming. You guys can look it up next week. So this is just clean off these potatoes with the mashed potatoes. I'm not making a whole lot, just enough for us and my sister and her son. And she might take my brother plate, I'm not sure. But my uncle cooks every Sunday over there with my brother. So yeah. And it's going everybody get like a scoop and a half of everything to say, oh my goodness, and this is the way this tasting. But they already know what I do at Thanksgiving, so this is my first time doing it without my mom. Woo! But I'm gonna take it slow, like I'm doing today. I ain't rushing. I started this at 12 o'clock. I did. I started this at 12:09. I got 6 hours. I said I can have all this food cooked in 6 hours. I started at 12:09. But when I do my Thanksgiving, I will start like 4 o'clock in the morning. Always start 4 a.m. in the morning when doing my Thanksgiving. So and I'll do desserts the night before. And only desserts I'm doing this year is Kentucky butter cake and banana pudding. That's all I'm doing. But I might have to make 2 Kentucky butter cakes just because I might have 24 people. I'm making a big banana pudding. I might make 2 Kentucky butter cakes. See how clear the water is getting? The potatoes are starchy and just everything. So this water is nice and clear now. So this is the amount of water that I'm going to be using. So while we're doing that, I have my mince. My minced garlic that I will be putting in here. A tablespoon, y'all. All right, cold water on the stove. All right, guys, I got six large sweet potatoes, 3 here and 3 here. I'm going to peel them. And how do you guys make your sweet potatoes? I'm gonna show you guys how, if you buy Grandma Jackie sweet potato pie mix, you can use on your sweet potatoes. Make the candy glaze. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, everything is smelling so good. Everything is coming along. I'm moving at my own pace. I'm not trying to move real fast, overexert myself. Take your time when you're cooking. Don't rush. Give yourself ample time to do this dish, do that dish. Even if you gotta write it out, the time, coordinate your steps yourself. The first thing I would say, do shower in the morning, because if you're gonna get up at 4 a.m., put that turkey on, Get yourself some rest. Come down. Put the turkey on. Go upstairs and shower. Then go back to bed. Because I'm going to tell you what I have learned. And y'all can say what y'all want. By me cooking and doing what I'm doing, I'm always the last to take the shower. I end up in the shower, food prepared and ready while everybody is here. Don't get a chance to greet people. So I've been changing my routine up. I've been doing things like if I put my turkey on, I'll go up, take a shower, and put on some clean or what I'm going to wear, you know, some pajamas. So when I wake back up, set my alarm clock to wake back up around 8 o'clock to check on this turkey, or around 7, because you want to baste your turkey. So if you put it on at 4, set your alarm for maybe 2 hours. Set your alarm for like 6 o'clock. You go downstairs and look at the turkey to make sure it's not burned. Oh, I give you the temperature. 300, boo. Cook that turkey on 300. My mom, she used to do 250 because she used to put it on like 2 o'clock in the morning. But I put it on 300 at 4 a.m. And then I get up about 6, come and base it, check on it, make sure it's doing what it's doing. If I got to drain a little juice off, drain a little juice off, put that baby back in there and wrap her back up. And I go lay down. Yeah, so you want to do that. Get your pajamas, your big shirt. You know, after you put that turkey on, go take that shower. Put on some stretch pants, a big old giant shirt, and then come back down at 6 and check your turkey. And then what I do is if I come back down at 6, I normally stay up. I don't go back and see. I'll go sit in. I'll start preparing other things or doing other stuff. So yeah, that's just a quick pro tip, because you don't want to be the last one when everyone comes. People are like, oh, where's Tanya? Or where's Susie? Or where's Kim or Kern? She's showering. Honey, one time, somebody asked where I was at. I was upstairs asleep. After I got that shower, had that towel on me, I said, I'm going to lay down for 15 minutes. Child lay down for an hour. And my kids say, Mom, you been up here for an hour? What you doing? They woke me up. I was knocked out. I was tired. Don't overexert yourself. Move with a pace. You know what I'm saying? If you know what time you want your dinner to start, that's the time you make. You start scheduling. You're gonna make this. You're gonna make that at this time. Comment below if you're always the last one to shower on Thanksgiving, or always the last one to get ready. I'm gonna finish peeling these. When we come back, we're gonna be dicing them. All right, guys. So I meant to tell you, I started cutting. I forgot I was recording. So when the yams are really, really big and hard to cut, you need a good knife. Like I said, I cut with this back piece right here, and I cut down. So I'll do them on the side like this versus doing circles. I'll start out with circles, but when they big, because you want them to lay flat. You want a flat surface so they won't roll and cut yourself, and they can lay flat like that. Just be very careful. You know, we ball them. And see, so when they big like that, they dice up like chips. Honey, a yam is a yam. It's going to cook the way it's going to cook. Some of them I did. Some of them I was able to make a circle out of them. But this is a really big yam. Like, it was a little bit bigger than this one. I'm going to show you guys how I did it. And then, yeah, so you want that flat surface. So this is what I did. It was big like this. So I started out, and again, to tell you, I cut with the back. I started out and I cut like this. I'll start with the back. See how you do with the back and how easy it go down? The yams are tough. See, you do with that back piece. I go with the back and I go and I work my way and I go down. They are tough. Again. See? And when they start feeling too tough for me, because I love my fingers, and I don't use a chopping board, because chopping board gets slippery. See? Okay. When they start getting too tough for me, I just take this flat piece, I lay them like that, because you want a flat surface, and I just start doing them like that. And it's just more easier. Just start doing them like that. Like a potato chip, baby. Hey, they gonna either way. Guess what? Your family gonna eat them. And then if you do them like that, if you want to cut them again, cut them in half. It's up to you. But don't try to continue to get that circle on a thick, big yam. Even when you go to the store, don't even try to get real big giant yams. Because if you're not going to ball them and to peel the skin off, it's not going to work for you. Yams are tough. This is a hard root vegetable. Now, I back did it. It's flat again. I could do it this way, and then I could do like this. But I still start with that back piece. Go in with that back piece. And I try to do 1.5 to 2 inches. 2 inches. See? There's different ways. They're going to be different sizes, different shapes, because you got to get that yam cut. And no matter how you do it, you want to do it safe. You don't want to be going to the hospital in the middle of Thanksgiving, getting those stitches, or you just don't want to be chopping down, cutting off a finger. Okay? I show you guys how to cut these yams. Let me go ahead and finish. I got 4 more to cut, and we're going to come back and show you how I make that candy sauce using my sweet potato pie mix. Alright, now wash these off, drain off the water, and we go to the next step. Okay guys, this is my Grandma Jackie's sweet potato mix. Y'all, the reason why y'all not seeing my face, y'all gonna see it in the intro, but after that, honey, I pulled my wig and all that stuff off. It is hot in this house. I got the back door, you can tell and see. I got the back door sitting open, wide open. It's still hot. So your girl is not done up. But this is not available on my site because I knew if I was going to drop this sweet potato pie mix recipe on how you can make your yams with it, make your candy sauce, you guys going to have to get it before Thanksgiving. All orders got to be in by Thursday of next week. I believe that's the 18th. So that we could get you and guarantee that you guys are going to have your sweet potato pie mix. We're about to drop maybe 30 on the line because it takes a lot to make. So I put like 25 to 30 bags up at a time. But tonight, I'm going to drop at least, I'm going to drop about 25 bags tonight. So when you see this video, you're going to want this for your candy sauce, for them yams. Amazing. Okay, guys. I got my stove on a medium low. I got a stick and a half. 1 stick and a half of unsalted butter. And I'm going to let that melt. As soon as that starts melting, I'm going to add in 1 cup and a half. This is 1 cup, and I got to do half a cup of Grandma Jackie's sweet potato pie mix. Because it depends on how much sweet potatoes you're making or how much mix you're going to use. You guys saw I had 6 very large sweet potatoes. So I'm going to make pretty big, a whole lot of the sauce. It's going to take me a cup and a half of the mix, a stick and a half of unsalted butter, and I'm going to put it all together. Okay, my butter's on low and it started to melt. So I'm going to add in this 1 cup of grandma Jackie sauce. Look at that. And then I'm going to add in, I'm using a measuring cup, I want to be precise, a half a cup. Now I'm just going to let it come to a bubble. Look at that. And that's your candy sauce. You know what? I'm going to use 2 sticks of butter because I'm using a lot of sauce. I'm going to go ahead and do 2 sticks of butter and a cup and a half. See, you improvise as you cook, only you know. Just because I got a lot of yams. So I use 2 sticks. I got also 6 very large yams. So I use 2 sticks of unsalted butter, a cup and a half of grandma Jackie sauce. Got it down on low. I'm going to let it come to a little, dissolve, the sugar dissolved in it and everything. And we're going to be back. Here we go, SoulfulT. Now, this is a lot of sweet potatoes. You know what I thought about it? Yeah, I'm about to do this glaze. This same glaze, so I'm going to add some pineapple juice. And I'm going to put it on my ham. Yeah, because I'm trying to make this with that. I don't have to worry about selling this once a year. I want to sell this all year long. And there's certain things that people make all year long. Restaurants and stuff and things like that. That's what I want to do with this. I want to incorporate this in our every day. So people just to buy it, just buy it every day. Oh! Why did that just hit the floor? Y'all saw that. That hit the floor. And this is, I think my pan is too small. All the juices at the bottom. So I'm trying to get it to stir around. And the juices. Oh, not trying to lose another one. This is why I got the tongues. But what's going to happen, once the sweet potatoes get to cooking, they're going to get soft. And they're going to shrink down a little bit. Again, it depends on how much sweet potatoes you had or how much glazed sauce you need to make. I'm thinking I need to make me another cup, but its juices all down inside of it. Right? And when I put the foil on it, it's going to steam up, and then the water from the sweet potatoes, remember sweet potatoes is going to sweat. It's going to be all over them too. But I'm thinking I may want to make another one because I have a lot of sweet potatoes. So guys, it depends on, when I made them last time, I only had like 4 sweet potatoes and I did 1 cup, 1 stick. But I almost tripled this. So I'm gonna make another round because again, it depends on how much sweet potatoes you got. And honey, there's a lot of sweet potatoes. A lot of sweet potatoes. So when you buy it and you use it, you know how much sweet potatoes you're working with, so you know how much you need to make. But it is the juices at the bottom. And I'm gonna make me one more. I'm gonna make me 1 cup to 1 stick of butter. And I'm just, because I have so many yams, and you want to make sure you get that glaze all over them. But see how glazy they look, and when you put that lemon foil on them, they're going to cook down. And the juices and the water, because look at it's juice in the bottom of this. The candy sauce is at the bottom. I don't know if you can see. Y'all see the juices? Is it? Oh, I'm losing sweet potatoes, man, down. I got 2 gone. So yeah, so the sauce is all at the bottom. So I might not make them more. There's a lot of sauce down here. And by the time they get to cooking and I put the steam on top, it's gonna be good to go. But what I am gonna do, I'm not gonna make no more. But by the time I put the get the cooking and wrap it up with the foil, the sauce at the bottom. Wrap it up with this foil. But I am gonna do like I did with my sweet potato sauce, that I sprinkle some on top. Take your hand. You don't have to take your hand. Just sprinkle some on top. There we go. And girls, so far, tell me. Okay. Now I'm about to put them full on her. I ain't making no more because the sauce is at the bottom. Sprinkle some on top. Wrap it up in lemon foil. Place it in the oven. Can't tell you nothing. This is about to go in the oven next to the ham, y'all. Okay, guys. It is not. What did I say? I don't do a whole lot to my garlic mashed potatoes. I showed you guys how I cook them. I cook them so soft, so they could just be so easy to break up. So what I'm gonna go in first is that I'm gonna go in with a little bit of my black pepper. Let me move this. I use this right here. Nothing electric, nothing at all. Go in with some black pepper. You can follow this recipe, or you just enjoy watching. Y'all know I love pepper. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of salt, because you gotta taste as you go. You wanna be messing things up. Oh, Sister T, you need to be watching this. Remember you said you wanted to make on that? Okay. So when I cooked them, you wasn't here when I cooked them. I put like I'm gonna use that. So that's why they make my ham glaze with that. I cooked the potatoes and a tablespoon of garlic powder.
And then the wash up?
No, ain't nothing to wash up. I'm gonna wash it this as we go. She over there trying to be my mother. My mother like wash it. She over here trying to wash as I go, so it won't be too much. And then she had washed some stuff before she left. Okay, so I cooked my potatoes with a tablespoon of minced garlic, and I just let them boil. Now I'm going in with some garlic powder. I'm just doing, I can't tell you how much. I just do a little bit at a time until I taste it. Now, what I do is that I use a whole thing of Philadelphia cream cheese, but not Philadelphia. Honey, got Giants. Catch what's on sale. It's cheaper, 88 cents or something. Have it at room temperature. See how soft it is? Because I'm in here cooking, y'all. And I took this out about 2 hours ago, and then it got at room temperature already. I use my whole thing. Ooh, can I get it open? I'm trying not to get nothing on my hands, because Soul ain't had no paper towel. I got some paper towels. They didn't bring my paper towels with them. All right. So they tasted on there. Oh, potato. Oh, okay. I'm gonna sit this to the side. I got everything sitting to the side. I got my unsalted butter. I always use a stick. I make sure all my stuff is at room temperature. And then what's not to make it easier to blend, and to make it easier so that the potatoes can just get squished up with it. And then I'm going in with some sour cream. About a half a cup of sour cream. This is not a lot of potatoes, guys. These are not a lot. Oh, T, can you drain off that? The sour cream always get that water on top. I don't know why. Ted's ready to cut up potatoes and eggs. I bought about 4 or 5. How many potatoes I bought? 4 potatoes, because I got a potato salad video. And Ted's ready to I tell you, ain't do all of it. You gotta squeeze it and do it so it can drain off real good. Ah, there you go. Now give me that wooden spoon. Wooden spoon. It's right there. Thank you. And about a half a cup. If I'm using a little bit more potatoes, about a half a cup of sour cream. So this is only like, what is this, like 6 potatoes, I believe? Not a whole lot. And guys, I don't use no milk or anything. I just go down there. But my potatoes are so soft, and you see the steam, they are still hot. What? Other day coming, you meant the Washington team?
Yeah, I forgot.
And look how the butter and everything is all right. And my family, they love some hump. Some people put theirs in the let me move this stuff because I'm about to get wiggy with it. And I don't want nothing to fall. 'Cause everything, you know, this thing is kind of weak. And I'm about to get I'm sorry guys, with my hands and everything all in the way. We for that. Oh, I think I'm trying to figure out, do I need to use that again? No, that goes in there on the shelf in there. Yeah. And this is what I do. Because look, when I put all that stuff in there, I don't need to use no milk. And I just try to mash until I can't mash no more. And they love it. I be leaving some little bit of humps, some with no humps. And I do this when I make my red skin potatoes. I'll leave like 2 potatoes with the skin on it. I'm tired of you. So you helping. You my sous chef. Sous chef do the cleanup. Do the little stuff. I gotta make this turkey sausage stuffing. I'm about to do the rolls after this. And then after I do get prepared the rolls, then I'm gonna cut up the celery and the onions. I need celery and onions for stuffing. Look at that. I ain't put no milk in it. Look how creamy they are. And I'm mashing. Oh, I had a little black knife, but that little black knife, I don't know. That's it. You see it? There you go. And my little red knife, I don't know where it's at. You know, that don't go down the drain. The eggshells, because it mess up your garbage disposal. So let me see what I'm working with. Need some more here. Need a little bit more salt. And I actually got garlic butter. So I'm going to show y'all what I'm about to do with this garlic butter. You don't feel like going to get no do you?
I'm taking my plate. Yeah. I don't want to leave. I'm good. I ain't.
Good. We're going to mix it all up. It's ready. There it is. Ooh, that is good. They're going to love this. Thick, but yet creamy. With lumps. You know this homemade, buddy. It's going to go good at what you making. Give me that pan right there. Right here. Thank you. I got my pan. And this is what you could do if you're going to do it the day before. I hate to keep working people, but it's like, I don't know how to take this. I'm finished with it. Wait a minute. It's good. Need some more seasoning. We need some more garlic powder.
No garlic.
I don't like too garlicky.
But it's good though. I'm just supposed to.
I don't want too much garlic
You
powder.
don't want too much garlic.
Yeah. I do it where you just get a hint. It's not plain mashed potatoes. You can taste it. Cause them little garlic, cause I noticed in those little packs I use, I don't like those because they too salty now.
Okay, I like that.
And then I'm about to put garlic butter in here.
Oh, well, see, you got saved. See you later.
Yeah, tell Jackson come in. Ooh, that's good right there. And this is why I don't got to give me that garlic butter out the refrigerator. That I got it for Sam's Club, the yellow one. Yellow container, and it said garlic butter. Ooh. Thank you. See, I got this garlic butter. Good old man. These man taste good. These are going in the oven, y'all. Putting these in the oven. Now, they used all my garlic butter. They was making garlic bread and all types of stuff they make with this. But you know what? I ain't gonna put it on here yet. Because I'm gonna sprinkle. Ooh. Everything is cooking in the oven. It's smelling beautiful. I'm not gonna put it on here yet. I'm gonna wait when I get it warmed up in the oven. I'm gonna stick the garlic butter on each spots, put it in there, and let it warm up. There you go. This is my mashed potatoes. Y'all, they came out perfect. They're good. Your family gonna love these. So far, I took the ham out, drained the juice. It is done sitting over there. Now I'm gonna make that little glaze. Put it back in the oven like for 20 minutes and let it soak it up. What you looking for? Relish on the bottom shelf in the refrigerator. On the side door. Alright, to this, I got some, what is that? Maraschino cherries. I'm going to add some cherry juice to that. Yeah. It's going to be that glaze, right? I thought I had some crushed pineapples. I got whole pineapples. So, I'm going to use some of this pineapple juice. So I had a can of regular pineapples, but I meant pineapple juice. That's how I use the juice off of here. Use this pineapple juice. A little bit for my pineapple cake. But I thought I had crushed pineapples, but it's all good. I'm going to take some of these pineapple rings, right? And I'm just going to cut them up. Since I don't have crushed pineapples, guys, you make it do. I'm taking about 2 of these rings. And I'm just cutting up. And I'm using 1 cup of Grandma Jackie sweet potato pie mix. So that some of these rings could be just like pineapples be all down in there. Pineapples and salt. Remember, you don't season of ham. Ham is already salty, y'all. I think I'm gonna do 3. And I didn't use a lot of the cherry juice. Maybe a tablespoon. I'm gonna use 3 of the rings. I'm chopping them up. Ooh, very juicy. Now I'll put it on the stove and let it boil and let it simmer into the sugar melt into it. I'm gonna put it on top of my glaze. And then you can do yours your way. You make a glaze. 1 cup. Like that. And I'm going to let it come to a boil on the stove. And I'm going to use it on my hand. Let you guys know what it tastes like. So Spark, she ain't want to be on camera, but she made a potato salad. Hey, y'all. Hey, Jocelyn going to taste it. I'm going to taste it on here. Jocelyn did get fucked in there and taste it. I gave her all the ingredients, but I ain't tell her how much put in. I just gave her everything that I put in my potato salad. I'm going to taste it on here.
Yeah, good.
Ooh. Oh.
Give me more.
Oh, shit. Jocelyn ready to double dip. No. Okay, Tim. Y'all. Tim made my potato salad according to my recipe. And if she could do it, you could do it. This thing tastes good. I'm ready to double dip myself, but I can't. Okay. Make sure it ain't chili powder. Do what we do. I just told you make potato salad for Thanksgiving. There it is. Oh, see. But y'all know, I'll put the link below to my potato salad recipe. My potato salad recipe is simple. Eggs, relish, onion powder, garlic powder, mayonnaise, a little bit sugar. We like it dry. Don't. Oh, this is 4 potatoes for the day. And for Thanksgiving, it probably end up being a 5-pound bag of potatoes. She just don't know. She doing that. Okay, guys, look at the ham. It is done. I drained the juices off. See how it puck open, like I said? And look at this. This ain't nothing but good old glaze. We're gonna put that. Ooh, that smells good, y'all. Oh, hold your camera, son. That smells good. And you know what we're gonna do? I'm just gonna go ahead and brush it real quick. And just brush. And if that glaze is stickiness, just go down in there, the juices, and we're gonna I might put a little bit too much juice in it, but you know, make y'all way. A little bit of sweetness, and it smells so good. And the pineapple. I'll put it in the oven. But the caramelized, just for like 15 minutes. It's still on this 375. You can make yours more pasty, not too much juice, which I should have done, but that's okay. Look at that. I'm gonna put that in the oven like 15 minutes, guys, and let you guys see it when it comes back. Ooh, that tastes good. All right, guys. I'm taking these out. Ooh, they smell good. Look at these. Okay. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna take the lemon foil off, and I'm gonna let them finish cooking without the foil. The foil help get them tender. They're holding the juices. The coloration is looking good on these. So now they're just gonna cook without the foil. What's this thing called? Without the foil. When we come back, these babies gonna be done. I might drain a little of this juice off, but they look good. Okay, guys, I got 12 ounces of fresh cranberries here, washed and clean. I'm going in with a half a cup of orange juice, no pulp, please. A half a cup of cranberry juice. And you're just gonna cook this until they just bust open on the medium. A half a cup of cranberry juice and 2/3 cups of sugar. That's it, that's all. And let's turn this over. I'll put it on a medium low. While this do what it do, guys, let me stir this up. And while this do what it do, we're gonna start our rolls. Then the stuffing, then the macaroni and cheese. Alright, let this cook. I'm gonna put the top on it. Y'all look at these turkey wings. Ooh, they are done and ready. I'm gonna make some gravy using my flour. The ham is done. The turkey wings is done. Look at them. Beautiful, beautiful turkey wings. The house smells amazing. The collard greens is done. My sister said they taste so good. Yes, go SoulfulT. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Yeah. Hey y'all, it is roll time. I got 1.5 cups of whole milk. I am using instant rapid yeast, so I don't have to wait for it to proof and all that stuff. 1 whole pack is like a tablespoon, okay? I'm using that. I got 1.5 cups of warm milk. I got my dough hook on here. I got 1 egg, large egg at room temperature. I got 1/3 cup of sugar. That's all I'm putting into my rolls. And I got 5 tablespoons of butter. This is room temperature butter. I got it. So that's like 1/2 stick of unsalted butter. Remember, I am using fast active instant yeast. So you can get some of this, but it's still got a proof and rise and all that stuff down this, not proof, but it still got to do the whole rising situation. And I'm gonna mix this on too, and she not in the plug. Be back. All right, now I'm gonna mix it up. The recipe to these rolls is going to be at the bottom in the description. It's 1 egg, 1.5 cup of warm milk, whole milk, I had 5 teaspoons of room temperature butter, and 1/3 cup of sugar, and 1 whole pack of fast active. This is what I'm talking about. If you guys want to see it, they sell this at Aldi's. That's what I use. Okay. I got my flour. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. I want to pour my flour down a little bit. This is 4 cups of all-purpose flour. Let me get some. Get out. Because I don't want to do all over this. And this is going to be a very sticky dough. Yeah, I'm going to pull it from the back. A little at a time. But if I don't say the ingredients too much, guys, there's ingredients to this to these rolls gonna be. Your family's gonna love these rolls. Once I get it all in there, I'm gonna speed it up because I want it to pull away from the bowl. And I'm gonna speed it up so it can pull away from the bowl. And this is also help kneading it. You don't really have to knead it too much. Let me turn it off real quick. You know, you gotta push that flour down. Push that flour down. This is a real sticky dough. And look at it. Now, if we touch the dough and it stick to your hand like that, just add a little bit more flour to it. Even though it's a sticky dough, sometimes you gotta add a little bit more flour. See how it's still sticking to my See how it's still sticking to my hands? My battery went dead, trying to go dead. So I might end up using 4.5 cups of regular flour, just because I don't want it that sticky. I'm gonna check on the cranberry, because it's doing this thing, and this is what I'm talking about. But it's going to take about 4.5 cups of flour to get it the way you want it. And that's just how I want it. And we're going to be right back. Okay, guys, I'm lightly flour on my surface. put some flour on my hand, but this is a sticky dough. But I'm going to add some flour to it so it won't be as sticky. Oh, my hand's stuck. Y'all got something arthritis. Look at my hand. Look at my hand stuck. Yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, guys. I'm sorry about that. I got some flour on my hands so that I can work my dough. I'm just going to knead it a little bit and get some so it won't be as sticky. The flour help with the stickiness. Man down. Cranberry sauce is done. I'm going to show that to you guys in a minute. There we go. See, not that much flour. So what I'm going to do now, this is the way I want it to be. It's good dough. Look at that. Stickiness is gone. I am going to put this in a grease bowl. Bowl not greased yet. Let me grease my bowl. That's why I can't be a caterer, y'all. Because I have bad hands. I have arthritis really, really bad. It's why I'm coming up with, products for you guys. Because I can't cater. All right, see my bowl nice and greased? Put that in there, just like that. Plastic wrap. My house is nice and warm. I think I cut myself. I got on my hand, ain't cut. I got to work this plastic wrap. Well, I'm going to put some plastic wrap on here and let it proof and rise for like an hour. Okay, so it's called cranberry sauce. It came out so good and amazing. Look at that. Oh, some busted, some not. The little jelly with it. Gonna let this sit. Let me see. Tastes pretty good. Homemade cranberry sauce. So I apologize. I didn't show y'all, but the macaroni is done. I said, I'm tired. I didn't show them the macaroni noodles. I followed instructions according to the box. My noodles are done. I'm about to strain them. Okay, so squad, let's make my sauce. And this is what everybody be using my flour. 1 stick of butter. I'm gonna put it in the pan. Got my pan already on, getting hot. 1 stick of butter. There it is. Now 1 stick of butter is what? 8 tablespoons of flour. So we're gonna be using 8 tablespoons of my flour once this butter melts. So let's get the flour. Look, y'all know I'm tired. I think I'm making gravy. Because you only use equal parts when you're making gravy. I said, wait a minute, I'm not making gravy. I'm making my sauce. So I do have, I am using 1 stick of this butter, but I'm going to use only 5 tablespoons of my flour. I said, wait a minute. So I use 5 tablespoons of flour in here, guys. 1 stick of butter, 5 tablespoons of flour. And I'm using a 16-ounce, this is 16 ounces of macaroni noodle. And I'm going to let it go ahead. Look how it's looking. See the pretty colors? That's all the flavor and seasoning from my flour. That's what's all going to be in your macaroni. Best tasting macaroni ever. Now, I'll go in there with milk. Because since I'm showing you guys how to make this, it is 1, 2, 3 cups of whole milk. That's what we're working here. 3 cups of whole milk. We're going to let this do what it do. We're going to come back and add our cheeses. Okay, guys. I use Velveeta's or I use whatever processed cheese. Lately, I've been using Velveeta's. I am going to use about half of this. So you can actually buy the one that's the little small one, because I'm only using half of this. And I'm just gonna break it all. I don't chop it up no type of special way. I just use half. Because this is not, I'm only making a small mac and cheese. And this is my cheese sauce. So you can actually buy the half one. This was 16 ounces. I am using a whole thing of Kobe Jack. This is what I do. A half a bag with just 1 cup of mozzarella. One cup of mozzarella. And I just let it do what it do. We're making a cheese sauce. Let it melt down. I turn my stove down as low as possible. And I'm going to show you the next steps. What I do with the macaroni with my egg and sour cream. Alright guys, got my macaroni noodles right here in my pan. I got my 2 eggs. Make sure your noodles is cooled down some. I'm not seasoning my noodles, guys, because all that flavor is in my cheese sauce. I'm going to take the rest. Oh, I ain't trying, y'all, because the rest of my mozzarella cheese. Is in my macaroni. And I'm going to stir it up. I'm going to take some of this Kobe Jack. Not that much. Save some for the top. This recipe, I use 2 things of Kobe Jack and 1 thing of mozzarella and 2 eggs. This is just a 16 ounce. That my cheese sauce is still doing what it needs to be doing. And I'm just stirring this all up. And now, some people don't like hearing that noise. I'm sorry. I'm going to use about a half a cup of sour cream. No, she's not measuring, but look at that. That's a half a cup, though. Trust and believe me. If you was to put that in a half a cup, it's going to come to a half a cup. Let me do my arms like this. And I'm just going to, and I'm only using a half a cup. This is, because I'm only making this only a 16 ounce. Macaroni cheese gotta have sour cream. You don't know what you're doing. I'm just setting this up for greatness, y'all. I don't want to catch a cramp in my hand. I'm holding that spoon too tight. I'm going to check on that cheese sauce. But this is ready for the cheese sauce, you hear me? That sour cream is in there. I can't hold the spoon too tight. I feel my hand cramping up. So, I'm just trying to stir up the sour cream. Let me check on this cheese sauce. If this cheese sauce is ready, I'll be coming back. I will be pouring it right into here. You ought to do here the mozzarella and the Kobe Jack, the eggs and the sour cream. I'll be making like 3 of these. Okay? For Thanksgiving. Alright, Soul Squad. My cheese sauce is ready and done. I'm going to pour a little bit at a time. Because this pan is normal. It's really too small. This is my cheese sauce with my macaroni, y'all. I'm thinking I should use 4 cups of milk, but that's okay. Look at that. It smells so good. All the flavors that's in here. The sour cream. I gotta be careful the way I'm stirring, just because I don't want my arthritis get the best of me. So with this recipe, I said use 4 cups of milk. Ooh. What I normally do when it's a little bit too thick, and that's why you can always add, I got my milk sitting over there. I can just add some milk to my in the pan. Not the cheese sauce, but just add some milk in here. Because I like it a little loose, but not too loose. Yeah. Look at this. So I'm just going to add a teeny bit of milk. Look at that. And that's with my flour. And it tastes amazing. So let me just get the milk, add a teeny bit of milk. Alright guys, so here's my milk. Again, I want it a little bit loose, but it is good. If you like yours thick like this, stick to the 3 cups. I should have did 4 cups. I wanted to make sure. But I wanted just a little bit loose. So I'm just putting about like a half a cup of milk on top of here. Yeah, you already put sour cream in it. You put actually put sour cream in the refrigerator for me. See how loose it's getting? So in the description, I'm gonna have down there 4 cups of milk. Yeah, look at that. Yes, boo. Macaroni and cheese queen. Do they have macaroni and cheese contests? I would love to enter one. I wouldn't care if I don't win. I would just like to know where I rank at. And some good macaroni and cheese. You know? In a contest. What I get second or third or fourth or 5th place. Yeah, look at that. Okay. She ready for the oven. Alright, y'all. She ready for the oven. That's ready. This is oven ready mac and cheese. It can't get no better than this. So what I'm about to do, because I'm finished, I don't want to knock you on the floor. I don't want to have a blooper. I clean that whole area up. Well, now guys, after this, I'm about to make my stuffing, which y'all been waiting for. That apple stuffing, apple sausage stuffing. See it and cut up the celery and onions already for me. This is ready to go. Comment below. Get your SoulfulT flour. You frying some chicken. You making some gravy for Thanksgiving. You making some macaroni and cheese. Hey, baby. I'm telling you, it's going to take it to another level. That's ready for the oven. This is going in the oven. Let me straighten up and wipe up some counters. And we're going to start chopping up the apples, the celery and stuff that's already done. I'm going to put the sausage on the stove. Y'all, my dough rose. It was a big old bubble. As soon as I took off the plastic wrap, it sunk. Oh, it's not bad. It's okay. So, you know, I'll be using this as a, this thing called a food chopper. I'm gonna go ahead and sit this right here. Lay down some flour. We're gonna get some flour on these hands, y'all. Okay? And we're just gonna scrape out this dough. Let it come out really good. It rolls really, really, really well. Let me get some more flour on my hand. And because because it's sticky. Ooh, and it's nice and warm because it's warm in my house. That's all I wanted to stick to the board, so, you know. And it's still a sticky dough. So, what I wanted to do, can you guys see? Alright, so, guess what? I'm gonna make it long. Like a loaf of bread. And I'm gonna cut it in threes. Let me put some flour right here for this. I'm gonna cut it in threes. 1, 2, 3. And I'm gonna set this one to the side. And I'm gonna set that one to the side. And I'm gonna take this one. It is very sticky. And make another little teeny bread. It's just nice and warm. My kitchen is warm, y'all. Make another little loaf. I'm gonna try to get 5 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got about 5 pieces. And then I'm gonna take that piece and I'm just gonna roll it. Roll it into a ball. Using my thumb. You see how I use my thumb? Help push and roll. And let me just get my, I hope they come out even. I want to grease the bottom of my pan that I'm going to be using. Whew. I haven't made rolls in such a long time. It's been a minute since I made rolls. I'm going to grease the bottom of my pan really well. You need to cook on 375 until golden brown. Like I said, it's been a minute since I made rolls because I'm all about the quick fix. I'm thinking maybe some of you guys may want to make rolls, okay? Okay. I'm rolling in a ball. My pan is messed up. Look at that. Rolling the ball. And close to each other. This dough is so sticky. Like I said, if these recipes don't come out right, I apologize. It's been a minute since I made dough, since I made rolls. But these might be some fat, juicy rolls. Pick them up. I got to keep that flour on my hand. These are very sticky. But the sticky they are, they're going to be so airy and light and fluffy. But not sticky. You don't want it too sticky, but you know. And these are going to roll and puff again. And these are going to be some humongous rolls. I'm going to see if I'm going to make them a little bit smaller. I'm not taking this out of my video too, because I'm going to go ahead and put this in half. Because it's been a while since I made rolls, and I know what I'm doing. I just haven't done them in such a long time. I like this size more better. So that's what I'm going to do the rest of them. Let me break them in half. Because I don't want no big giant roll. Depends on what size you want them. You can still do the split the way I did. But just put some flour in your hand. Yeah. I want little rolls. I don't want no big giant rolls. Looking like somebody's horse. Like this one here. I want them to be even, but... And you might find a better roll recipe than mine. But, like I said, it's been a long time. It's been like 3 years since I made rolls. Yeah. Little round roll. There you go. And in that way, I can actually get more rolls. more than 15, I probably end up getting a whole lot of rolls. Alright, so that's what they're looking like. And move that one over, move that one over. And we're going to get these rolls on here. I'm going to get them in another sheet. Again, I might, and with this recipe, it does call for 4 cups of flour, but it's so sticky. See that nice little roll? I might end up telling you guys, depends on how this come out, and it takes some of the stickiness away. I might end up making this, you know, you might gotta use, I don't know if it's supposed to be 4 or 5. I tell you, it's been like 2 years or 3 years since I made rolls. Girl, I be forgetting. Look at that nice little roll. And look how, they're gonna be some nice rolls. Look at that. All right, let me finish this because you see, I got a lot to do. And we'll be back. Let me show you guys what I'm doing too. You see, I got these two roll piles here. So I'm just pulling from it. I'm just pulling from the roll and put flour on my hand and just go ahead and make me a ball. That's like what I'm doing. That's how I want you guys to know. I don't want big rolls. I want it to be kind of uniform. So I'm just pulling from the dough, and they're gonna rise again. Be like, she ain't show us the rolls. If these rolls come out a miracle, I'm gonna show it to you guys if I mess them up or not. But I say, like I told you, it's been years, and it's so sticky. And I'm getting full. And we're gonna make this I'm gonna make this a 5 cup of flour recipe. I think with 5 cups of flour, you won't have this stickiness. Because I couldn't remember that I used 4 or 5. So I opted out with 4. But I think it should be 5 cups of flour to take away some of the stickiness. But I think this should still come out great. Alright. So I'm just pulling. I'm just pulling from the roll. Taking my last and final. This is my last and final dough. And I'm just pulling from it. That's all I'm doing. I'm not even cutting it. Because these are going to rise again. Hey, who's that? Macaroni in the oven. All thing I got to do to make y'all. Y'all, she tired. And this heat, I did this on a Sunday. If I'm preparing the Thanksgiving meal, I'm gonna do certain things on certain days. You know what I'm saying? Certain things gonna get done on certain days. So everything, I did all of this in a 1-day video. And then I just thought about it. This video might not even upload on a Sunday because it's gonna be so long that it may take a couple of hours to upload. Look at that. And just stick it right there. And I'm just pulling. So I'm gonna make this a 5-cup recipe. I think I'm supposed to use 5 cups. And I did use 4.5. So I think it needs a total of 5 cups in this recipe. So it's gonna be what I did, the instant active yeast. It's gonna be 1/3 cup of sugar, 1 egg, 1.5 cups of of whole milk, a 1.5 cups of whole milk. It's gonna be in the description below. It's gonna be 5. I'm gonna opt out with the 5. with the 5 cups of flour. And you can still do what I did. You could cut it in threes. You can cut it in threes and then just pull. Instead of trying to cut it in 5. If you cut it in threes, you're supposed to be cutting it in 5s. And those are going to be your 5 rolls. But I don't want no big rolls. You know? It's so sticky to my hand. And I know somebody did not make rolls better than me. There we go. He let me know. But these rolls gonna look good. The makeup bubble may not be looking good. They smell good. They're gonna look good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm gonna get 2 dozen of rolls out of here. And they already starting to rise. Already starting to rise. Yeah, but I'm gonna fix this recipe. You can try, and I ain't mad. Try somebody else's. But I already know they're gonna come out good. I should just use 5 cups of flour. Jackson, you gonna watch? Yeah, I ain't started this kitchen until 12 o'clock. I ain't been in my kitchen. I've been sitting in my kitchen since 12 o'clock. I ain't been about this kitchen yet. Except for when I gotta go to the bathroom, that's it. Alright, so I think I ended up with 23 rolls. Huh? Right here? Oh, brown and serve rolls. End up with 23 rolls, y'all. Maybe I could have got 24, I don't know. But I end up with 23. I want to get my egg washed together. I'm going to yes. Look at this. I'm going to let them rise. About 45 minutes to an hour. Do an egg wash, 375 in the oven. Okay, guys, I just got me some Jimmy Dean. Regular. You could get sage or spicy, or I just use the regular. Got me some Jimmy Dean sausage. Right? We're going to let these cook up and drain the grease off of them. I'm going to get it all out of my pan. All out of here. Let me wash my hands real quick again. I'm going to use this. Just to chop my sausages up. Ooh, my hand catching the cramp, y'all. And let these sausages cook while we cut up. While we cut up the apples. Hey guys, I got Fuji. You can use any apples you want. Gala, Fuji, Reed Delicious, Granny Smith, whatever apples you want. I got 3 Fuji apples. I'm gonna do them with the skin on. They already been washed off. I'm just gonna go around them. Ooh, they smell so good. Smell like an orchid. Smell like what's that thing? Fall. Apple smell amazing. Gonna work around this. Ooh, this here smell good. Work around the core. And I'm just gonna cut my apples. With the skin. Now, you know, apple and pork go good together. That's all sausage is, pork. Apple and pork. Down straight like this, like you're doing a tomato or something. And turn to the side. You do them as big or as little as you want. I am going to do this apple. Man, I say this apple smells good. This apple smells so. You can be eating. Oh, they're so juicy. Look, can be eating the food. Oh, oh, my hand locking up. My hand stuck. Oh, I gotta call my sister or somebody. Let me get somebody finish cutting these apples. All right, y'all, T helping me. She took the sausage out. The sausage is done. She put some grease in the pan and add in the green peppers.
Sit down then.
Okay, add in the celery and the onions.
I can say what it is.
Yeah.
We got the celery and the onions. Sorry. I already washed my hands. We're going to stir them up. We're
We're gonna cook them until they soft.
We're going to cook them.
Oh, no, give me that bowl. Rinse the bowl out real quick.
Okay.
I can add the apples to it. Yeah, I gotta put the apples in.
Okay, I'm going to cook this until I get soft.
I for 2 minutes or so.
I'm going to add some apples up in here with
Yeah,
it.
you're gonna add the apples in with it.
While this cooking, I'm just going to add some apples up in here. Overseas, I get the little sister out of cook. The damn little sister.
Yeah. Let it cook. Y'all will be back when this is nice and soft.
We'll be back when this is nice and soft.
Okay, guys, look at my rolls. My rolls has risen so perfectly. So now I got my 1 egg and like a teaspoon, a half teaspoon of water, and I already stirred it up. And Tia over there, she got the what's that stuff called?
Celery and onion.
Celery and onion doing their thing. And I'm just gonna spray this, do this very lightly touch. Woo. Lightly touch. These rolls are soft. They are gonna be so good, guys. Whoever knew something, man, my house smells so like Thanksgiving. Whoever knew celery and onions. It smells so good. Alright, T, I want you to stick these in the oven. The oven is already preset to 375. These are ready to go in the oven, guys. They're gonna cook until golden brown. Okay. Alright, there you go. I'll show it to them. There we go. Let me make sure. Alright. In the oven they go. Move to our next step.
Hey, Soul Squad, I'm about to put the apples up in here.
Those 2 Fuji apples.
2 Fuji?
Fuji apples.
Fuji?
Mm-hmm.
Fuji Mountain.
Hey, then you got a Fuji mountain, Fuji wood.
Yeah, and I'm going to take them. They still stirring up. Okay.
And this is the apple sausage dressing.
I didn't put the sauces in there. You're going to give it a couple of minutes.
Yeah, give it a couple of minutes to soak.
They chop there. Let them saute.
You can tilt it a little
They
bit.
can see. I can see it from
They can see inside. Okay. Yeah, y'all see it.
I'm just,
Y'all see it. Y'all got to see my background. We in this one cooking. We wash the dishes as we go. The rolls, Tilly just put the rolls in the oven.
to the macaroni cheese over here, sweet potatoes over here looking good. The mashed potatoes out the oven. Everything looking nice and
This
good.
last thing I got in the oven is stuffing. While I stuffed in the oven, the rolls in the oven. While I stuffed it in the oven, I'm gonna attempt to make the gravy. Hope my hand don't cramp up. I'll make the gravy.
Hey, Soul Squad, now I'm about to put the apples, the onions, and the celery up on the sausages. Or not sausages. And we're going to mix it all together. I cut the onions up really little, like I really did the daggone thing.
But normally I mix it with my food processor. My food processor was missing in action. So nobody know what my little mini food processor is. So I got to chop.
Hey, so no more onions in there. Everything's done.
I opened this up already for you. Show them we're using Pepper's Farm.
I'm using, what is it?
Pepper's Farm herb season dressing.
Pepper farm. Look. Yeah, Pepper Farm herb seasoning. Check it out, check it out. So put it in here.
Yeah, put it in.
It's sticking in all of it?
Mm-hmm.
The whole entire bag?
The whole time bag.
Okay. I just gotta make sure y'all. Y'all know I want her to. Oh, Tom, it's a lot. Oh, I can't make a lot like that for me. It's already. Then mix it all together, right?
Mix it up.
Oh, Tom, you need a bigger pan.
Girl, you know they had none. I'm working what they working with. And the chicken broth is behind you.
Oh, y'all, this is not a big enough pan.
Or you could have put it all in the pot and mixed up in the pot.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and switch our pans real quick, and I'll be right back. So, hey, Soul Squad, I'm back. I had to change up the pans because that pan was too little. But guess what? Y'all can see it now. It's all mixed up together. Now I'm about to add in the chicken broth. Giant's chicken broth that we got, because you know, my sister do what? Instant car. I guess it's instant car. She's gonna tell me when.
I'll tell you when. I don't want it too wet, don't want it too dry. Probably just gonna use a half of it.
I can't really stir it up and pull it in, so you want to.
Alright, then that's enough. And it's kind of stirred up.
Okay. It's kind of dry.
That's okay. Girl, stir it. There you go, boy. I'm gonna stir in the broth.
Well, I'm gonna have to put on the whole thing. We're gonna need another one.
No, you don't. Stir it all up together.
Oh, it smells so delicious.
Yeah. See, what I use, this is already got, I'm going to use a little bit of poultry seasoning. Step back a little bit. About maybe 2 teaspoons of poultry seasoning. That's it. That's all. It smells good, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of dry, so I'm going to go in with some more chicken broth.
Oh, you're gonna need the whole thing. Talking about you gotta put it on my glove.
That's all. Let's just stir it up. And that's it. It's hard to stir, huh?
So I don't cook.
Now, this is chicken.
You need a little bit more. Look at that dry. A little bit more.
This is chicken.
That's enough. That's enough, man.
This is sausage and apples.
And it smells so good.
Yeah.
Soul Squad.
Then we need a little bit more breadcrumbs.
Nice on.
Yeah. Just a little bit more. I got some more.
She gotta go add some more breadcrumbs up in here. No, she said we need a little bit more.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit more. She said just a little bit more.
Because this is all, and I like this because it's already seasoned. This herb. That's enough.
She said a little bit more. That's like that was a lot more. I was like, that's a lot more.
And use the rest of the kind of good.
That's your auntie here cooking. That's auntie. New life journey in this young cooking. Yeah, go ahead and get your auntie a pat on the mouth. Thank you.
Alright, so let's just hit the oven.
So guess what? I'm about to put this up in the oven.
Put it in the pan, spread it out, stick it in the oven.
Look at that. New life journey did this. So I'm gonna turn it around, stick it, change it from this to this. And we're gonna put it in the oven. This we're gonna tilt it. And we're gonna smooth it out. Now I'm gonna stick it in the oven beside the biscuit.
You actually put it on the bottom.
Do I smooth it out like this?
And that's my apple and sausage dressing, y'all.
Oh God, you gotta get this
Simple
out.
and easy.
Now we're gonna put this in the oven for what, 20, 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to get crispy on top but still soft in the inside.
Okay, then look at that. Guess who did that? New life
Taste the
journey.
spoon. Let's see what it
I
tastes
am.
like. Oh, what it tastes like.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right.
It'll go in the oven, guys. At 375, guys. We about to make some gravy here. So I got my pan right here. Again, the gravy is equal parts. We're using my SoulfulT flour. So a whole stick of this butter is a half a cup of butter. So you would use a half a cup of flour. Equal parts. I'm gonna let it melt down. Okay, guys, my butter is melted. I'm going in with a half a cup. I can measure a half a cup of my flour. And then if you don't want to grate the, have that flour taste, then you're gonna let this just cook up for maybe about a minute or so. Stir it around, get all around the sides, see, and let it cook up for a minute or so. Let me show y'all the inside. So this is what it's looking like. I don't want my flour to taste, gravy to taste like flour. So I'm gonna let it cook like for a minute. Then I'm gonna add chicken broth. With my gravy, you can add water if you don't have broth. But it's Thanksgiving. We like using our broth, turkey broths and stuff. But you can go ahead and do it that way. Alright, so when I say this smells good in here, it smells good in here. These rolls smell so amazing. Put some butter on them. I can't pick one up because guess what? They are hot, guys. When I tell you it smells so good in here, it smells like bread. It smells like bread. Alright, rolls are done. It smells like good old bread up in here. Alright, let's see. They're nice and soft. Ooh, they're hot. Ooh, they're hot. Okay. This is my gravy. Look at it. And it's on, and as it sits, it'll get thicker. If you like your gravy, use less liquids, but yeah, this is a good gravy right here, baby. I'm gonna cut that off and let that sit. Alright, guys, all that we gotta do now is just put a plate together. Look at that mac and cheese. Look at them yams. We just gotta put a plate together. Alright, guys, this is my turkey. Ooh, this kind of hot. I'm putting the gravy on top of it. Ooh, that's good. Turkeys came out so amazing. And everybody can put the gravy on their mashed potato, on their turkey, make a plate of ham. Again, this is pre-Thanksgiving. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's a long video. Y'all, we gonna say no to the rolls, okay? No to the rolls. I don't know what I was thinking. We saying no to the rolls. Everything else we saying yes to. Okay, so it's for pre-Thanksgiving. We got the mac and cheese. I hope you enjoyed that recipe. Mike about to dig into it. Hope you enjoyed that recipe, the mac and cheese. Look at that, okay. And then we got the yams. We got our turkey wings and gravy and turkey legs and gravy. Made with my flour, the gravy, wonderful gravy. My sister Ted did the potato salad. It really tastes so good, y'all. If you follow my instructions, it came out great. We got the collard greens and smoked turkey necks. We got the garlic, mashed potatoes. We got the sausage and the sausage apple stuffing. And then we got this beautiful ham over here, whoever's gonna eat it. Y'all, the rolls is a no-go, but oh yeah. And let's not forget, I made some cranberry sauce. I got it. Homemade cranberry sauce, guys. So yeah, let me put a plate together. Okay, so squad, this is pre-Thanksgiving. Look, it's so much food on here. We ain't had enough food for the cranberry sauce. Y'all, again, my rolls didn't come out right, so we gonna forget that roll recipe. I didn't have enough room for the ham or the cranberry sauce, but guys, who want this? We got your macaroni, your yams made with that Grandma Jackie sweet potato pie mix. My son Michael said, Mom, ooh, that tastes good. I know it do. That gravy made with that SoulfulT flour. Y'all, we're going to add some gravy on top of these homemade garlic mashed potatoes. Until next time, like, share, subscribe, hit that bell to be notified. Guys, go check out SoulfulT vlogs. They're back there making plates. I ain't ready for them to make no plates. Soothing Sound, New Life Journey, Sisterhood, and hit them bells on everything. Happy holidays!